What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here. So I saw on some of my other God roll guides that you guys wanted God rolls for the world drop weapons, and after looking over the perks and stuff, these are very unique. Yeah, just some stuff that you don't see every day. Are they meta? Not really, but they could have some unique and fun playstyles around them. So we are going to go over them. So the first one we're going to start with is the Boondoggle MK.55. This is a 720 round per minute SMG. And this one is basically a legendary Huckleberry, and it's got the text balance stock origin trait, where damaging targets while firing from the hip increases handling, reload speed, and movement speed while aiming down sights. So this is very interesting. You can actually get hip fire grip, and then you can get offhand strike. So final blows grant additional weapon range, stability, and accuracy when firing from the hip for a short duration. So you could maybe have like a long range laser beam between hip fire grip, text balance stock, and offhand strike if you're really into hip firing, I guess. And then yeah, so that's one of the unique rolls. This is kind of what I was saying. Encore Killing Wind could be nice in PvP as like some kill chaining perks. And then I guess Tap the Trigger too for like some consistency. The only one that I really like though for PvE would be Subsistence Swashbuckler, or the role that I was lucky enough to get in Pugilist Swashbuckler. I really like Pugilist Swashbuckler. I talked about it in my most recent God roll guide. And yeah, these have really good synergy. They're great with melee-based builds, obviously. So that's kind of the role I would go for. But you can mess around, like I said, with some of these unique things. But to me, that's the God roll you're looking for on that one. Next, we have the Qua Furor V, or probably 5, because that's a Roman numeral. So this is a stasis aggressive frame. So the 600 RPM, which is what corrective measure is now, and is what Pro Memoria was with the launch of Final Shape. So we're finally getting a few more aggressive frames, and I think they feel pretty good. And by all accounts, I think they have some of the best machine gun DPS. And then it has the origin trait Wildcard, which is kind of rare, and it's actually really good. You can get this on Rosarago, the auto rifle, and yeah, it's really good. It says final blows with this weapon have a chance to create experimental submunitions at the target's location. So basically these things are just little almost like Telesto bolt type things that spawn on the ground and can deal damage or kill enemies. So you get a little extra ad clear from your machine gun with that. Elemental Honing is a new trait. Dealing unique elemental damage grants this weapon stacking bonus damage. This bonus is increased for kinetic weapons. So it's not a kinetic weapon, but on prismatic, this could go really, really hard. You could chuck out a few unique elemental damages with your abilities, and then depending on the weapon loadout you have as well, you could really stack up elemental honing very quickly and very easily, and that could be really, really strong on a machine gun. It also has One for All, and One for All is obviously great on a machine gun because you're usually using them for ad clear. So again, you can stack that up very quickly. You've got Triple Tap, which is really nice for ammo economy. Feeding Frenzy for faster reloads, which can be nice. Something like Feeding Frenzy, One for All, or Golden Tricorn could be really good. Recycled Energy, reloading after damaging targets grants energy to your lowest charged ability. So this sounds strong. Again, some of these we don't have the values for yet on D2 Foundry, because the community is probably working to get those numbers. But on a machine gun, you don't really want to be reloading these that often. So I don't know how good recycled energy would be. But if you got it, it's not the worst perk. Like, I think it's better than heating up, Rhyme Stealer, or Offhand Strike. But yeah, Elemental Honing is probably what you want to go for. And then I would honestly say Triple Tap. And if not, Golden Tricorn could be good, and One for All would definitely be good. I used to have the Swarm Arc machine gun from way back in the day with One for All. I had Outlaw One for All, and I actually used that in a lot of content. It was very strong. So a pretty decent machine gun. Next we have the Cruoris FR4 fusion rifle. This is an aggressive frame. So Bungie with episode Heresy, the Coriolis Force is a one-of-a-kind fusion rifle, or at least it was up until this episode. So it says aggressive frame, high damage, moderate charge time, fires a horizontal volley. So this thing is exactly like that. Now, full transparency, I haven't played around with these yet, so I don't know how they're hitting. The way they read is it's sort of like Bastion. But anyways, with particle reconstruction and unstoppable fusion, fusions are definitely in the meta this season. So if you're using it for ad clear, then One for All could be quite interesting. Discord is also very interesting. Think of like Discord One for All. You get a kill with whatever weapon, then you swap to this with Discord, and then you just go around slaying out on targets with a 35% damage increase and getting your your ammo back all the time. That could be quite strong. Again, you have recycled energy. These are a bit easier to reload. It does have the origin trait Omelon Fluid Dynamics, where this weapon has increased reload speed and stability for the top half of the magazine. So that would actually synergize nicely with recycled energy. You've got Rolling Storm. Final blows grant bolt charge, while amplified final blows grant additional bolt charge. So pairing that with recycled energy and Rolling Storm on a melee based build would be a really good utility option. And I talked in my video on the Heresy weapons, how there's just tons of good arc fusion rifles in the game. So if you have some of those, you probably want to go for what this is offering that's unique. And that's definitely very unique. A fusion rifle that can really build into getting your abilities back. You've got Eddy Current. I don't think that's that amazing. Stats for All, One for All is always a good combination basically on anything. You've got Kickstart. This is more for PvP. Gain bonus damage and charge rate during a slide after sprinting for a short duration. So that's nice for PvP. Nothing else really other than Threat Detector for PvP. Successful Warm-Up could also be good in PvP. And then again, you have Elemental Honing, which depending on your build could be even easier to proc than One for All. So you could have Discord Elemental Honing, which I think could be a really, really strong option as well. And then Barrel Constrictor, it really depends on how much it tightens that spread. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's more geared towards like PvP shotguns, and even then it's not great. So I would just completely stay away from this one. So yeah, basically recycled Discord and Elemental Honing, or recycled energy Rolling Storm. This is your kind of like slaying out, or One for All, I guess. Discord One for All or that'd be like you're slaying out using your fusion rifle for ad clear. And then if you're using it for abilities, those are the ones you want. Then next we have the Admetus-D. This is, I've got a Percy's D, which is a Stasis Hawkeye high impact scout rifle. These are the 150s. That thing hits like a truck, honestly. Like for a scout rifle, these things do feel very heavy, low handling, low stability. They feel tanky in your hands, but with that tankiness, they actually hit pretty hard as well. So naturally you have Hawkeye breach armaments. This weapon deals increased damage against vehicles and constructs. So that's always nice. But yeah, it's got some perks here that are really, really good. I don't know how many people are using these in PvP, but if you are, probably Lone Wolf Closing Time or Lone Wolf Precision Instrument. But then you've got Elemental Honing, Frenzy. So those are really good damage perks, as is Precision Instrument. Rapid Hit, which is really, really nice, especially on these, because Rapid Hit temporarily increases stability and reload speed. That extra reload speed is super nice. Keep Away could be decent for PvP and PvE as well. But yeah, you've got Repulsor Brace with Withering Gaze. So you could hold ADS for 1.5 seconds, and that goes down if you enhance it to only 1.4 seconds, so barely a difference. But yeah, you could weaken a target, and then you kill that target, boom, you've just procced Repulsor Brace, you got a Void Overshield. Like, one of the easiest ways in the game to get Void Overshield and this is on a primary. Withering Gaze on a primary is very, very rare. So the fact that this can roll that is honestly very powerful. So definitely a roll that's worth looking out for. Recycled Energy, again, on a primary could be quite good because you reload your primary a lot more than something like a machine gun, right? So that could be good. And then the last one I'm super curious about is this Demoralize. Precision Final Blows cause nearby targets to become weakened. So again, you could pair that with Repulsor Brace. You get 1 crit kill. Something near that enemy is now weakened. You kill it. Boom, you got Repulsor Brace going. Everything around it is weakened, so you're dealing 15% more damage. I don't know how long the weaken lasts, but again, that is something that's very, very, very strong on a primary weapon. I am also throwing in the Ritual weapon. You can get this from Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit just by resetting once. This one is called Resounding. It's the fusion rifle, so it always rolls with this, and it's actually decent. You've got Subsistence, Reservoir Burst, and then Cornered allows for faster charge time or draw time when you're surrounded, which could also be nice with Reservoir Burst, and this rolls Hatchling. So maybe something decent. Before, I think the only one was Pressurized Precision from Iron Banner that could roll Hatchling. So that's nice that we have another Hatchling fusion rifle. And this is an aggressive frame. So that is that new style where it fires vertically like the one from Europa. So yeah, a very unique weapon that we have only ever seen one model of in the past. And yeah, that is going to do it. So I hope it was helpful and informative, and if it was, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.